It ain't enough that we already got cameras rolling. You need to do this now.
I know what she's doing. So
Are you? Are you on your stand?
I gotta do what she's doing.
Are you on the Meek Brown page or you on your page?
No,
I'm not
just
on
gonna
the page.
Just
I'm just
record that.
recording.
I'll add it later. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't.
Oh, but if I do it that way, people will be involved, right?
Uh-huh.
So that's a good idea, isn't it? Okay.
That's alright. We just up my fee. Let's go ahead.
Stop it.
Hey, look, we the percentages around here.
Okay.
People taking ideas, trying to act like it's as they own.
Okay. Okay.
You want this?
Well, this. Yes, please. Thank you.
Go live with that one. That way she.
How you do
they,
this?
They both in the shot.
I don't know how to do it.
You know how to put a phone on it?
No, I
Understand?
don't use this thing. You're being really
Brother,
nice.
give it to me.
Open it up.
It's painful.
Oh, this. You gotta turn it,
Yeah.
don't you?
It's painful.
Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss right now. Mwah.
You can do it that way, or you can,
That's it.
knock it off.
Now put it on me right here.
You want it just on you, or you don't want?
Well, she gets that
Especially-
raise on her.
Because it's her personal thing. If you do it on,
But I'm doing a show, right?
if you do it on the Meek Brown page, you want the guests to see it too.
Oh, that's true.
Sometimes that thing don't stay.
Oh, you had it too. Okay.
Alright, that's right.
You want to? Oh, never mind. You said let's roll.
Alright, it's a little crooked, but.
Oh, you been rolling all this time?
Uh-huh.
All right, ready?
I just chop it. Mm.
Alright.
Actually, you know what? I want it from
Can you
this
scoot your
angle.
chair this way a little bit?
Yep.
Okay, there we go. This thing ain't even right. There we go. Okay, ready? Mo, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, we're on the Meek Brown show. Let's go.
Let's-
Rock and
let's
roll.
go.
I've been rolling. Alright,
Roll on me.
hold on.
We ready?
Yes.
Welcome back to our second segment of the third season of the Meek Brown Show. I have a special lady with me, and we've collaborated before, but it was very important for me to have her on this show. We're going to be talking about some health issues that she and I are experiencing, and I thought I would take this opportunity so we can start to educate. You know, I think I've gone through the the crying moments and all that. So we're going to get into that. So first of all, who do I have the honor of sitting across from me? Let everybody know who you are, Mo.
Hey,
I'm going to
hey,
always
hey.
call you Mo.
I'm good with Mo. But to some, I'm known as Chef Mo, the cake lady. But my name is Monica Hilton, and thank you so much for having me.
Always. You know I love you, right?
Love you more.
So we're going to sit here and talk candidly and heartfelt about some different health issues that we're both experiencing. And it's just ironic. When I called you one day, like, Mo, you're not going to believe this. What's wrong?
Right.
You know? And so even though I knew you were already experiencing some of what I was going through. So we both are experiencing an autoimmune.
Mm-hmm.
How long has it been since you were first diagnosed, and what were you diagnosed of having?
I was diagnosed with scleroderma 6 years ago. And scleroderma is an autoimmune disease that causes tightening or hardening of the skin. Mm-hmm. It's a connective tissue disorder, and my body produces too much collagen. Mm-hmm. And so with that, scleroderma, anyone that has scleroderma can experience skin tightening, joint stiffness, muscle pain, muscle weakness, fatigue, intestinal issues, and even organ failure.
Absolutely.
I'm not experiencing the organ failure. However, I was diagnosed with systemic scleroderma, which can cause organ failure.
Okay. Yeah. And so one of the autoimmunes that I have is a form of scleroderma, but mine is morphia. And so that's not attached to the organs or anything like that. But, you know, there are times I may wake up and have like a brownish, first at the start, like a strawberry looking reddish circle, like a tattoo, or sometimes much bigger. It's been one underneath my breast. And I'm like, where did that come from? Like, did I burn my breast? You know,
Right.
and then I've waken up sometimes where there was a big brown spot on my leg.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking, okay, this is not normal. Like, I didn't hit myself, and it's not like a scar sitting up high. It's within my skin, like dysplasia.
Right.
You know, and so at first you kind of like, maybe it's just, you know, I don't know. But it never leaves your mind. And so I had to get tested, but will come back to me. So now, Mo, tell me emotionally, you know, because you were moving. You come to Atlanta. You know, of course, I found you. You're my cake lady. You have been then. You still are now. You've done Heaven Cake one first when he was 10, then 13, and then you just did his 18. You did my birthday not long ago. So you've been with me for a while. But when I came and you had me to be a judge when you were doing the chef at the high school, and I started like, oh, what's wrong? You know, because I started seeing there was a difference. How emotional were you when you were diagnosed with the scleroderma?
Well, it was a shocker. And in the beginning, I was experiencing my fingers were tightening and swelling, but they hadn't begun to curl like they are now. But a little fatigue I was experiencing, but I thought that was due to perhaps the fact that I had lost weight.
Right.
Immediately before being diagnosed. I had a gastric sleeve surgery in August of 2016. My doctors believed that it's possible that scleroderma was triggered when I had the gastric sleeve surgery because by December, I was going to a couple of doctors, you know, trying to get some answers. In March of 17 is when I was officially diagnosed.
Okay, but so I guess what I'm trying to get at, when I was first diagnosed, because remember I started with the scars first, and right after that I went and had a biopsy, and they said you have a form of scleroderma, and I'm thinking, whoa, you know, I know sometimes you can have the type like you said, it can reach your organs, and so you immediately gonna think, you forget who your higher creator is.
That's right.
And you go into a mode where you're like, wow, why is this happening to me?
Absolutely.
But then what I found out was, why not you?
That's exactly right.
You know, who are you? You know, I'm a you know, be a little vulgar, but it's like what you think your shit don't stink.
Right.
You know? So you go from different phases of, why me? What did I do? Like, I've always been a great person,
right?
A kind person. God, why would you put this on me? You know,
that's crazy. I asked those same questions, and I had that exact conversation.
Yeah.
And in fact, I put it in my book. You know, yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
So
but
you go through different emotions.
Absolutely.
I called my mom that morning, and she answered, and I just sat there, and I was like, and she's like, me, and I was like, guess what? You know, you literally. Something has been taken from you, you know, like someone stole something from you. And she's like, what? And I'm like, the doctor said, you know, and it was a moment of just, she just literally prayed instantly.
That's right.
So I'm going to talk about your family because they are so supportive. And when you're dealing with something like this, I thought it could be worse.
That's
what
right.
if there's no family, you know? So, but you've gone through different stages.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the world has seen what you've done, but what I admire about you the most, you have allowed us in to see the changes. So let's talk about that a little bit, because I still want to know, though, were you an emotional wreck as I was, or did that bypass you? Or tell me a little bit about that, and then tell me how you're dealing with it now. And we're going to talk about treatments, too.
Okay. Well, I was an emotional wreck. My doctor told me to, you know, do some research, but not read too much into the images that I'm going to see. You know, once I look up scleroderma or whatever, well, that's the first thing I do is click on what images, what we talking about. And so I was horrified just looking at some of the chronic cases of scleroderma, and just the images of the face and the curled fingers and arms and stuff
Right.
like that. And I'm like, what in the world? So, I've always been, I always loved my full lips and, my curves and all of that stuff. So when I'm beginning to physically change,
Yes.
like totally change, like I was definitely at the stage of, God, why me? What did I do? I'm thinking the same thing. I treat people decent, you know what I'm saying? So, I called my mom one day, and this was well into me having the disease. I just had a down day. Wintertime is not my favorite.
I'm aware of that. I did some research on
Oh
that.
yeah, cold weather hurts bad.
It doesn't do that. Right.
So, but my mom called me one day, and just in short, because that's in the book as well. But she asked me, had I gotten up and taken my medicine and maybe sat on the porch and got some vitamin D and stuff like that. And I'm like, no. Everything she asked me, no. Just dreadful, like. And she said, well, and I said, Ma, I wish you stopped doing that. She said, doing what? I said, I'm the daughter. I'm supposed to call you, checking on you, asking you if you took your meds and stuff like that. And I just feel so vulnerable and needy because you call me every day asking me if I took my medicine, because I was rebelling and
everything with us now is on the defense, or
yeah.
Why are you? I don't want to talk about it.
I was rebelling because I was already on so much medicine. I'm like, this ain't even helping me. I don't want to take all these pills or whatever. Right. So that just happened to be a bad day. My mama said, you're going to have to get over this. You're going to have to get up and
or find a way.
She wasn't even that soft about it. She was like, just sitting around whining and pouting. Yes, you're not going to get any better. Right. So, you're going to have to figure out, how you can continue moving and continue living with this, or you're going to let it take you out.
Right. So Monica, what are some of your, I'm going to tell you one that I'm doing, but I know you've tried a few different things that when we discussed that. So, although I have Morpheus scleroderma, I've gone through a phase now. I haven't received any new marks on my body. I have one that was on my thigh, and it's gradually going away. But I was also diagnosed with an autoimmune called idiopathic anaphylaxis. So idiopathic just means that, yes, you're dealing with something, but we can't tell you why. Mm-hmm. So that's like a slap in the face. What do you mean? You're the doctor. You can't tell me what's wrong with me. What are you talking about? And so that's even more hysterical. It just makes you like, come on, this can't be happening. Mm-hmm. Like, I've lived a very healthy lifestyle. I eat good food. You can't tell me why this is happening. So the first episode happened when I was going to pick up my son from school, as a matter of fact. And by the time he got to the car, I couldn't even breathe. I was like literally. Oh, wow. And I didn't eat anything. All I had was water. So we had to get rushed to the emergency room, and now they're giving me the EpiPen, and they have to give me all this medicine so I can breathe again. And of course, my son is like, Mom, what's wrong? And so right after that, I was told you need to go get a blood panel, and you need to go get a prick test, allergy test, and I did. And so it came back stating that now all of a sudden, hopefully ain't nobody out here trying to kill me, but I'm allergic to bananas.
That's crazy.
I've eaten bananas all my life. So with the blood panel, it didn't show up on the prick test. It showed up on my blood panel. Mm-hmm. I'm like, what? So I can't eat bananas. I know that. So that's a good thing, because although I haven't had a reaction or shown one, at that time it was starting to come undormant. And basically I could have had a banana at any time and something could have went, chaotic. So now I'm saying that part because when now I'm getting all these tests ran, doctors don't know everything.
They don't.
So I do this treatment called, I've been doing it, it's very expensive. Insurance don't cover it. It's called ozone therapy.
Mm-hmm.
And I mentioned that to you. So you go and you do it, it's called a 10 pads. And needles are in your body, and they're literally, blood is coming out of your body. It's going into a bubble. You know, it's almost like it's trying to detoxify or clean your blood.
Mm-hmm.
And when the blood is coming back in your body, they're giving a lot of, like a gas chamber of oxygen.
Oh, wow.
Because now it's like I'm not getting a lot of oxygen that I need,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and so it lasts in your body for 7 days. And so right after I started having those treatments, I had about 2 episodes prior to that, and thank God I've only had 1 episode since I've been on ozone therapy.
Yeah.
So I've taken matters into my own hand.
You have to.
And I have to do all these different research. I'm trying to get to the root of the problem because, for one, I hate taking medicine.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to do things, you know, I've gone gluten-free. You know, I can't do gluten. Very sensitive to different things. But a lot of it is just our environment, and we can't do anything about it.
Right.
So what are some of your treatment plans? Or what are you doing to try and help with the situation?
So I did. I went on a clean diet, something I've never done before, and it lasted about 31 weeks. Until I got so underweight, my doctor was like, you gotta stop. You can't, because I was trying to take the holistic approach,
Mm-hmm.
where I was off of all meat except fish, dairy, peanuts, caffeine, sugar, gluten, wheat, soy. I literally was eating just leaves and berries and leaves and berries.
And dirt.
Yes, and dirt, because that's what beet juice tastes like, dirt.
It does.
So I did try to clean my diet as best I could, but then I became weaker, much weaker, because already I don't eat a lot due to the gastric sleeve. But in addition to that, I don't eat a lot because of the intestinal issues.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
And so it was difficult. I got down to about 123 pounds. And my doctor was like, whatever you're doing, I need you to stop. You gotta gain at least 15 healthy pounds, or the next specialist I'm gonna have you see is a malnutrition specialist. So I was like, no, screw that.
But then we're making things
That's
worse
right.
too. What do we do?
That's right. It's tough. It's been tough.
So when it comes to family support, I've seen your family, your sons, your daughter, your husband. The fight is real.
Oh, yeah.
They've been with you every step of the way. I've seen, and I know of, you know, your husband, he's massaging your hands. That within itself, for me, is a blessing.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because with my son, when I have my episodes, and he's like, Mom, please, you know, Mom, are you okay? Let me get you a pillow. He's making sure I'm comfortable, and I'm thinking, wow, come on, Mick, we got things to do here.
That's right.
But it stops you in your track. You know, and I know there are probably times I needed to rest because I've been on this journey with heaven.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for the last 3 years, the up and down flights. That's not vacationing for me. That's,
right.
Those are
That's
business
work.
trips.
That's
yes.
right.
So it's like, I know I'm not resting like I should. I don't even sleep well sometimes. Like, I can go to sleep at 9.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm up the rest of the day.
Yeah.
That's not good for
So
me.
I battle insomnia as well.
So what do you
Because
do for that?
all the medicine they give you, like, so some things I cut out just because I say so. And and instead,
because you said so.
just because I said so, but instead I use CBD oil or cannabis.
Okay.
And that helps with my pain. Like, you would know that I got an excruciating toothache right now.
Really?
Oh man, it's terrible. But I can't wait to get home to that CBD oil.
Your brackets are gone.
So I took the good
Girl,
eye.
you know I'm very observant. Come
Good
on, girl.
eye. So 4 years ago, maybe 5, I was having issues with 2 teeth that were loose.
Right.
And went to my dentist, and he said, I ain't never seen nothing like that before. It's not ready to come out, but sometimes it's really, really wobbly, like I'm 5 years old. Like it's that loose. And then sometimes I wake up and it's back to normal. It's normal because it's still
So it
a
goes
little
back in
shaky.
place.
Mm-hmm. But the doctor, the dentist, reached out to a couple of his colleagues and asked what can be done. He has a patient with scleroderma, and when I went back in, he suggested that I put the splints on my teeth. And and many times people call them braces. I'm like, no, these ain't braces. They just holding my teeth in place. But I had the splints put on. But recently, as I still feel my face tightening, my mouth is getting smaller. Like I can only fit a thumb in my mouth. So flossing and I have to use the very small toothbrushes, and that dental hygiene is a challenge. So I requested take the splints out, because if my mouth continued to shrink, you're not going to be able to take them out.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm waking up with the dry mouth, and they pressing upon the splints.
That has to be
My
so
lips. It
uncomfortable.
was so very uncomfortable.
Right.
So what I had to do for about 4 months or so, since May up until I just had these off like 3 weeks ago, I was having to wake up in the morning, get some olive oil and massage
I saw you
my
show
lips
that.
and then the inside of my mouth or whatever, just trying to stretch my mouth and get some comfort with that. But explaining to the dentist, I can't continue to do this. So I noticed that there was signs of tooth decay behind one of the brackets. And still the doctor was like, I don't think you should take them off. If you do, your teeth are going to follow. And I'm like, screw them teeth. This junk is uncomfortable.
Correct. We can always
And
get more teeth.
yeah, I'm saying. So, well, ideally, however,
Well, yeah, but
he
due to
believes that my
circumstances,
because of the connective tissues in my mouth that I won't be able to my gums won't be able to hold like implants, and my mouth is too small for dentures. So that's why he is like, let's hang on to your teeth as long as possible.
So do you think you'll put them back on, or are you just gonna whatever
Nah.
God, it is what
It is what it
girl,
is.
I'm still love you, right?
Yeah, it is what it is.
Okay. Mo, you and people need to know you're a celebrity too now. Let me go ahead and add that, because we're going to talk about some of your products. Mo have been on, what was the one reality show?
Cake Wars.
Cake
And
Wars.
Sugar Rush.
Yes. So you guys, I got a fine little celebrity lady close to me. I feel blessed and honored. We've known each other for a while. We're both from Columbia, South Carolina. So I knew this was idea to have her on the show. I want to go back 1 second to your husband, because I want people to know the importance of family.
That's right.
Talk about him for just, I don't know, 1 minute.
1 minute.
I've seen him go through this with you.
Right.
And he's still there. And which that's how it should be.
That's right.
I'm not
For
giving him extra props
for better, for worse,
right.
in sickness and in
Exactly.
health. He is the epitome. He is the epitome of what we promised in front of our family, in front of our friends, and to God in His house. Yeah. He is the epitome of that. Yes. When I tell you, this dude, and we've renewed our vows. We've been together 33 years, right? We started dating when I was just 14 years old.
Yeah, I'm doing something wrong. What am I doing wrong? Where are you?
33 years, right? And so we've been married 26 years. We renewed at 15. And if Marvin said, I'd do it every other year if you want to for the rest of my life. He is a totally different person than who I met 33 years ago, than who I married 26 years ago. And even who I renewed, I'm saying, it gets better and better with time.
So being that he's so supportive, and I'm going to go to something else, have you ever felt, being a woman, because I have my unwomanly moments now that I'm dealing with, these type of like, man, what's going on here? Mm-hmm. Do he have to bring you down from that high of feeling self-worth? I don't know. Or do you get so emotional where you have those moments like, man, I'm just, thank you for just being here? Or what are some of the emotions you're having being a woman? Because, our looks and our, mannerism, demeanor, everything about being a woman, something's going to bother us. Because we're those sensitive type people.
Right.
How have you gotten over that, and how has he helped you get over that?
Well, I don't know if I've gotten over it because there are a lot of insecurities when it comes to, your whole physical being
Yeah,
has
yeah.
changed. Yeah.
Right,
So
right.
there is definitely some insecurities. But he, assures me all the time, I love you. I ain't going nowhere.
He's in it.
That's right. I'm
He's
your
in it.
ride or die for real. So he assures me of that, and he shows it all the time.
He does. I see it.
I talk about I'm so glad he prayed, and that's in the book as well. But you got to read that story. It's awesome.
So people aren't aware there's so many forms of autoimmune.
Mm-hmm.
You have lupus, you have Crohn's disease, you have alopecia, you have rheumatoid arthritis,
Mm-hmm.
you have multiple sclerosis, there is scleroderma, there's psoriasis. People didn't know, but that is a autoimmune.
Right.
You have different type of thyroid diseases. You have idiopathic, which mine is this idiopathic anaphylaxis, where my body is when it gets too stressed or inflamed, it's almost like it's fighting against itself, or something is fighting.
Yeah.
So that's what basically it is. So with those different things, neuropathy, the part of it, like my mental is, let's get down to the root of it. So we have to do things differently, which is why I do the ozone therapy, a lot of inflammation. But other things that can alienate and cause some of these things, I've been doing research. It could be around smoke, toxins just from chemicals off your fruit. So now when I get fruit, I'm literally washing it with vinegar and letting it sit. I cut it and eat it that way. It's that serious for people like you and I.
Right.
Down to too much sun exposure. Before it's like we got to stay in the sun. Now it's I only get a little bit and that's it.
Right.
But then you still got to keep your vitamin D level up as well. Genetics, and again environmental things that we really can't even control now. We in America and we can't control it.
That's right.
I think that's sad. So I want you to tell us first. We got some seasoning. Tell us how that came about. Tell us about the books, and tell us about this basket, because I have one of the books. I feel privileged.
So in 2020, COVID was coming upon us, and I had been working on a book, going back and forth for about 4 years or whatever. But I was so busy, I would just sit it down, and so in 2020, I did complete my first book, which is called The Mo Experience, autobiography.
Hold it up, Mo, for the camera. Can we? Do I need to hold it?
The Mo Experience. It's an autobiography and cookbook, and
my feet too.
it has a lot of recipes in there, as well as some of my experiences as I elevated to becoming a celebrity chef. Sorry. And the second book I wrote is I Decided, and that book came after.
You were asking us about the pictures, remember? Which picture?
Right.
I love this. I love the cover.
So I decided, I came up with that title because I decided to live and not die.
I love that.
I decided to continue to motivate myself to learn as much as I can about this disease and spread the awareness about the disease. I decided I didn't want to go out like I thought I was about to go out.
Right.
Because there was some times where I was like, God, I just knew I was gonna live longer than this. You know what I'm saying?
We gotta talk. We gotta talk. We have to have a discussion.
That's right. I just knew. So like when you said you were thinking, why me? And I went to bed one day, and I guess that was in my prayers. Why me? Why I gotta? And I was in a lot of pain because with scleroderma, the muscle pain is and joint stiffness is really, really bad. But I woke up one day, and in my prayer, as I got up and did my morning meditation and motivation, I thought, why not me?
Yeah,
You
the
know,
same thing
I got a pretty large following on social media. I got I'm considered an
Who do we think we
influencer.
are?
You know what I'm
not to be
saying?
us?
Like,
You
you know
know,
what
like,
I'm
come
saying?
on now.
That's
This
right.
Is not what
So
we deal with.
if God chose little old me to teach myself how to bake cakes, teach myself how to decorate cakes. No culinary training, but I went to Hollywood to Food Network. And God chose little old me to do that.
No, if you can do that, then we can teach the world how
I'm
to get
telling
through
you.
and make our autoimmune look real pretty.
That's right.
You know,
That's
I
right.
think that's our journey now. He's called us to do
I
and
believe
deal
that.
with this for whatever reason. Because before I'm thinking I'm not telling nobody. This is private, Mama. Don't you tell nobody. Heaven, it stays in Mom's house. It stays in our house. I was just so devastated. Like, nah, this can't get out.
That's
and now
right.
I'm sitting here like I want the whole world to know.
You got to. You got to, because
I was embarrassed. I was ashamed.
I
Like,
was.
Come on, really? And now I need you guys to know, because there's not one thing that can cause or stop it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so we're gonna all go on this journey together, because you and I said we're gonna start our mission together. People can come along so we can educate.
That's right.
So
That's right. That's what it's all about.
tell us about this seasoning. Now, is this one for me? Or?
Yeah, this one is for you.
You saw how I did that, y'all.
And this is a color seasoning. So when I was doing my show, Cooking Live with Chef Mo, every time I cook something, I would throw some color in there. And so my slogan is color means flavor. And so I came up with a color seasoning that every time somebody gets it, they send me. I just got a picture today. Someone said, "Girl, I'm almost out and it's Thanksgiving. How can I get this seasoning?" But it's a blend of anything you might need for.
It's pretty.
You don't have to add nothing
No
else
salt,
to
no
that.
nothing.
Nothing. Don't add anything else to it.
Okay.
And color is gonna get you where you want to be.
I like that. Now, is that a journal you're selling also?
This is a journal that I'm selling as
Okay.
well. And
Oh, I like that. I decided.
So
Okay.
whatever it is that you need to journal on a daily basis, whatever you do in your life is your decision, basically.
And I don't mean to, but you have some folks want to know how they can order this, so we're going to definitely give them information.
Absolutely.
Tell me more about
Absolutely.
this. I'm sorry.
So I began journaling as well in between the two books and after the second book. And it's funny, I've written two books and I was never a reader. Like I read for informational purposes.
Right.
But after finishing the second book and then just going back and reading both of them, I'm really, really happy at this product. Really happy at how I poured my heart into writing these two books.
I'm impressed. But Mo, I just have a suggestion. So your next journals, just make it pink and green, and we're
For would that be for AKA?
yeah, of course. Of course. All right, tell me about the basket. What's going on with the basket?
So the
Ooh,
basket is,
wow.
we're coming upon Black Friday, and so while everybody, all the big stores and everything, can you see all of that? Okay.
Let me see.
So while all the big stores are doing their sales and stuff like that,
This is beautiful. And
this,
so they can order this particular basket right here.
yeah, I prefer them to inbox me. That's not on my website. It's
Okay.
you just have to reach out
Okay.
via text or inbox for something like that. But what's included in this particular basket. I have a couple of different varieties, but I bought the larger one with both books, the journal, and I asked a question a couple of days ago. How do you like to curl up with your favorite book? Some people said a blanket. Some people said a cup of coffee, some tea. So I threw some of all of that
I like that.
in the basket. And so in some of the other baskets, there is a blanket, a journal with some pens,
Okay.
a tea with some different teas with the honey
So
stick.
now when they go on there, they can a la carte and what they want in their basket, or they come just with different things in the basket?
They come with different things
Okay.
in the basket,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Mo, it's been so good. Man, we can go on and on with this.
That's right.
Because we're definitely going to come back because we got to talk about... Who's that?
So this is for you. She all fast and everything, trying to take the basket. Tell me, you ain't bring one for me? She didn't give me a chance. But, so inside is some literature about scleroderma.
Oh, thank you.
And then there's a t-shirt that says, I decided.
Oh, I feel special.
And
thank
of course,
you.
this is brought to you by my foundation, the More Experience Foundation.
Okay, and I'm going to make sure I put all that information on there.
Good deal.
And is it okay just your website, email address, as well as phone number?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Mo, how are we going to educate these people? What are some of your suggestions? What can we tell them that they have to look forward to from us, women like us, who we're going to get out here and research and rally, and because although we're in a great space now, just think someone else's situation right now is not.
That's right.
Not even close to, sometimes even with the scleroderma,
Mm-hmm.
you can literally get out of bed and feel your joints kind of like, okay, what is going on? And in reality, I'm thinking, I know I'm still young and all that stuff. Oh, it's my,
Right.
So I don't even like to talk about it because we're not going to give energy to it.
Mm-hmm.
The only time we're going to talk about this is when we're educating.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I look at that.
Right.
So what do you suggest what can we do to start giving them information? What? We got to do something.
We got to do something. I mean, you got this platform right here, and I can talk for days about this. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, I have been through different stages.
Yeah.
And, even currently, I kind of battle against, even my discomforts.
Correct.
So, you have to decide that,
Right.
this is what, this is how I want to spend the second half of my life,
Right.
educating God's
That life
people.
has changed.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. A lot.
Are we gonna sink or swim?
That's right.
And also I've been researching and reading that we can't just take the world on our shoulders and think that no one is watching, no one cares, no one, because there's a lot of people want to know what we're going through. So
People
maybe
are
we
watching.
can help them.
People want to know when I'm not posting, when I'm
Right.
not sharing photos, because there was a period where I had gotten so small. I was like, I ain't posting shit. Oops. I don't want to take no pictures. I don't want
Well,
to.
that's ratings.
So-
No, I'm just kidding.
So I regret now that I didn't, because when I'm showing that I'm up,
Right.
I don't have anything to show when
You
I'm
gotta show
down to show
everything.
where I come from. So in my journey to become transparent, I realized, dang, I didn't show when, days on, days after days where I
Right.
couldn't. I would make my way to the restroom and then lean over the sink. Here goes some graphics for you. Lean
Bring it
over the
on.
sink for my husband to wash me off. Because that was all the strength that I had. I couldn't do nothing.
Listen, I'm just gonna put it out there because obviously, it's time for me to get a husband, and I'm gonna need somebody to help take care of me. The roommate. You're single, you're available. Production people, but but when you really think of that, it's like, wow, I don't want to, finish this race out alone.
Right.
I'm about to be an empty nester too, so I'm be like, Heaven, how you doing? Heaven, what come see my
Right, and heaven don't want to come home and wash you.
So this has definitely been enlightening, but we got a lot of work to do.
Oh yeah.
We got a lot of work. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
That's why I said when I posted the other day about the Meek Brown show, and I said, I'm here with attachments now. I didn't say baggage. I was going to use that word, but I said attachments because it's what we make out of it. We don't have baggage.
That's right.
We have something that's valuable,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously, a higher creator trusted us. Now we got to help other people.
That's right.
While we're going through what we're going through.
That's right.
A lot if you think about
I
it.
believe it. Yeah.
That's a lot, but we got this.
That's right.
We're gonna make this thing look pretty. We're gonna make it do what it do. We're gonna have to have you back
I'd love to
as
come
a
back.
co-host.
Sure.
We're gonna need to get, we just gotta rock and roll like ASAP.
Mm-hmm.
ASAP. We need to join some other organizations.
Yeah.
We got to get out there. I'm so proud of you. And again, all the products, everything you've shown tonight, you're not just sitting there. So you are definitely.
Oh yeah.
Amongst.
So with my life changing, like, imagine going to Hollywood and with aspirations of becoming, a household name as a celebrity chef, and then this happens.
Right.
It's I thought God took my life. I thought God was punishing me. I thought God was punishing me. I couldn't understand, because everything that I've done career-wise, I've needed my hands. I used to do hair back in the 90s, right? And then when I began doing cakes, I left hair and McDonald's, all the other stuff alone, because I started flourishing with doing the cakes. And then I incorporated cooking into that. Also, decorating, interior designing. Also,
Mo, do you remember when I reached out to you because you had gotten into the cooking? I'm like, Mo, listen, my lifestyle right now with my son is hectic. I need a chef.
Mm-hmm.
And you was just, what do you want me?
Yeah.
How many days a week? I would come pick it up. Oh, I ain't got to cook this week. Who's just and the girl can cook too. So
yeah.
She can blow. And
That's
so
right.
I would go. She would have them nicely packed, in the containers with the food prep and all that good stuff. And it was like heaven was like, oh, we good this week? I like, boy, you eating this week. So everything matters in the support. And even from the cakes, I didn't want to seem selfish, but I was like, nah, Mo gonna make things happen because she's not one to sit around. Mo, I need a cake.
Right.
Okay, but my daughter's gonna be helping. I don't care how we get it. Who if you're there with her, it's still your cake.
That's right.
And you still make it happen.
That's right.
So if you guys,
because I taught them, I taught all my family how to do
cake,
stuff.
Rolex cake.
That's
what
right.
What did you do for me? My Tiffany cake. I'm gonna give you her phone. She's still bad. She's still bad. As a takeaway, what are some things that you would like for people to know either about you, about our disease, our autoimmune disease, anything that you think will be beneficial to anyone? What I don't know. Have at it.
Your perception of whatever life throws your way. How you perceive things and how you work with, what cards you have dealt to you.
Right.
I found that in this journey, I didn't when I thought I couldn't.
I like that. Say that again.
I didn't when I thought I couldn't. And I did when I thought I could. So I thought, girl, get up. Yeah. Girl, get up. Girl, go to the store by yourself. Go to the store and don't get on the scooter.
Because we become handicapped.
We do. We do. That's what I just said. Go to the store and don't get on the scooter.
We just gotta pray about this. I'm like, you hear what I said? I have a condition now. Me, I heard you. And my mother's cool and calm. I'm like, did you not hear me? I'm crying to you. You're going to be okay. I'm like, Mom, you're getting mad because they're not having that pity party.
Right.
She's like, did you not hear what I just told you I'm going through?
That's right.
And she's like, I'm a praying mother. I heard you.
And even that is two different perspectives, because you're feeling within, you don't even understand. You only know what I'm telling you. And this is to mama, daddy, whoever. You only know what I'm telling you is happening, what is going on. But it's more than just physical changes. Yeah. Your mental, your spiritual, and for me, my financial, because I've had to stop everything that I was doing.
Correct.
And I wasn't able to work. And so, it's a lot that, is intertwined with more than just what your loved ones on the outside is saying. I'm praying for my sons don't like to say Scleroderma. They don't like to call the name and as they say, give it power or whatever. Right. And I'm like, well, some got these hands crooked. Some got these.
We know that, but
so
we're not going to give the enemy any more, of what they're looking for. We're just not. Everything sweet, meek, and mild. I gotta learn my own. Sweet, meek, and mild, and that's what we're gonna do. We're not gonna give it any more energy unless we are educating.
Right.
That's the only way I can look at it. That's the only way I can wake up and look at myself in the mirror every day. Some days I'm looking in the mirror like, wow, you know, what change is going to happen today? What, you know, do I have any brown marks, red marks on me? You know, and I didn't have to think of that before.
Right.
So it's our new lifestyle that I never thought I would deal with in my life.
Right.
You know, again, that embarrassment, that why me? And then one day I'm like, okay, my higher creator, why not me?
That's right.
You must be doing, you're giving me something.
That's right.
And now I got to give it to somebody else. So
I like that.
I can't think of it no other way. Man, we can go on forever. I hope you've enjoyed yourself today.
Yes, ma'am. This was wonderful.
I think our production team enjoying themselves. It's been a pleasure. We will definitely give you Monica's information, website, email address. Listen, it takes a lot. Although we're on here looking beautiful tonight, you know, we have our moments still. That's not going to go away. We have our moments. But if you can support her and what she's doing, support the Meek Brown Show, we will greatly appreciate it. Just, you know, once you actually see the edited version of the show, all of her information will be on there. Columbia, y'all know who she is. Come on out. Make this thing do what it do. We need you guys. This cannot be possible without you guys. I love you, Mo.
I love you, Mo.
And Mo, you're probably going to be back within the next week so we can get back more into the nitty gritty and keep this thing rolling. Okay. So until next time, have a sweet, meek week and keep nothing but positive vibrations.
Love it. Good deal. It's a wrap.